Here is your first look at a retail and fake pair of the off-white Nike Air Jordan 4 in the sale colorway. Can you tell any differences between these? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another comparison video for you, and it's between two pairs of Nike Air Jordan 4 collaboration with Off-White in the sale colorway. So we have a retail pair that was purchased directly from the sneakers app, and then we have the fake pair, and we'll just do a breakdown of the comparison, some of the differences and what to look for if you are trying to buy a retail pair. So in terms of the boxes, in terms of color, there really isn't much difference at all. They've pretty much got the box completely spot on. The holes on the top are slightly smaller than that of the retail ones on the cutouts, but other than that it's pretty much the same. In terms of the label, and I'll give you a close-up of this, you can see that the fake one has gone for the American label, so it does have the US dollars price on the side. Obviously the retail pair that I purchased is from the UK, so it doesn't have this on the side. In terms of the overall text though, you can see on the fake one, the women's Air Jordan 4 Retro SP text is much thicker than that on the retail one. Other than that though, they've done a really good job with the box. The pattern is pretty much spot on. The colour of the grey is exactly the same as well all over. I would say that the fake box is slightly more damaged and scuffed, but it has come all the way from China, so that is to be expected. So we'll now open it up and just take a look at the shoes and the packaging itself. So we'll open up the fake one first. So it does come with that Off-White branded plastic on top, and then the retail one, if we look at it here, also has the same plastic on the top. There's really no difference to it at all. I would say that the retail plastic paper has a slight blue tint to it, whereas the fake one is completely clear. Also, the retail one is slightly thicker, whereas there is a different feel to that of the fake one. So we'll open that up. And here is your first look at a retail and fake pair of the off-white Nike Air Jordan 4 in the sale colorway. Can you tell any differences between these? So we'll take out the shoes and look at the rest of the box. So obviously the retail one came with the Nike postage label, but I don't want to give you that. And it also came with 3 spare laces. We have an almost teal blue kind of colorway, then we have a black, and then we have an off-white cream one. The fake one also came with the exact same colors, and in terms of packaging, they're exactly the same. There's no difference here. But that's pretty much it for the boxes, so we'll just take a look at the shoes themselves. So before I get into this video, if you could please hit that subscribe button and like the video, it does really go a long way and really does help the channel. We've just hit 15,000 subscribers, so a big thank you to all of you for watching and tuning into these videos. It really does help. So here are the two shoes, and from first glance, they actually look really good in hand. They haven't done a bad job of replicating them at all, but we'll now just go into the details and break them down for you. So the first difference to note is actually on the toe box itself. If we take a look at that nubuck suede on the toe, you can see that there is a slight difference in color. On the retail one, it's a slightly darker and more rough feel to it, whereas the fake one is a much lighter color and very smooth indeed. Also, if you look at the mesh pattern going around the toe, you can see that there are slight differences in color once again. And towards the rubberized toe at the top, you can see that the rubberized material is much clearer on the fake one than it is on the retail one. The fake shoe, you can see the suede color on the side. If I hold them side to side, the suede on the fake one is a lot lighter than that on the retail one. The retail one has a much darker tint to it than that of the retail one. This is just because it is a slightly different material. On the fake one, the suede is much smoother and is actually a different color because the material is different. When looking at the inside and where you can see the off-white branding underneath the mesh on the inside, you can see that the placement is different on a retail comparing that to a fake pair. So on the retail one, you can see the off-white text pretty much goes completely across that entire mesh section, whereas on the fake one, you can see it starts slightly more inwards, whereas there is a bigger gap between the text and the start of the suede. Taking a look at the back of the shoe and looking at that Nike Air logo on the back, there really is no difference here at all. On this plastic material, the Nike Air symbol is pretty much exactly the same in placement wise and in the actual size of the text. Looking at the side and taking a look at the Air logo just above the bubble on the shoe, they haven't done a very bad job in the placement of it. It seems to be completely spot on. However, there is slight differences in the size of the Air text, which I hope you can see, but on the retail one, the Air text is slightly bigger, but it's very, very minuscule indeed. When looking at the bottom of the shoe and the underlying sole, there really is no difference once again. They've got the colors completely spot on, so that is quite worrying. Every single thing on the bottom checks out. However, when I received the fake pair, they were actually kind of used, which was kind of surprised, so there was a little bit of dirt on the bottom of the shoe. I don't know why, that's just something I noticed. So if we take a look at the Air Jordan logo on the inside of the tongue, and I'll give you a close-up of this, you can see that there are differences here once again. If you look at the stitching going around, which is securing the label in place, you can see that there's a bigger gap of material all the way around it on the retail pair, comparing this to the fake one that you can see. What I have to commend the fake on is actually the quality of the shoe. So on the retail pair, I don't know if you've seen my review, but on the retail pair there's a lot of loose threads and loose stitching all around the shoe. I know this is probably the aesthetic of the shoe and what they were going for, but on the retail one they've actually done a much better job, and the loose stitchings are a lot shorter and less frequent than that on the retail one, so that is something to note. Around the top of the shoe where the sock liner is, you can see that there is ghost stitching going all the way along. Ghost stitching refers to the holes of the stitching where the stitching should be, but there isn't. And as you can see on the retail one, it stays consistent all the way around, whereas if you look at the fake one, and I'll show you this as a close-up, you can see that the stitching holes that are there are pretty inconsistent. They change size, they change how visible they are, so there is a difference there to note. On the front of the shoe, there is a Jordan logo. There is a difference here to note between the real and the fake pair. So if I give you a close-up of this, you can see that on the fake pair, it looks like there is a hole in the Jordan's chest compared to that of the retail one, which is exactly how it should be. On the fake one, you can see they've somehow misplaced a stitching or something has gone wrong with the logo itself. Now, if we take a look at the left side, we can see they both come with off-white tags. The first thing to note is the off-white tag of the fake one is a lot thinner and lighter than that of the retail one. And if I give you a close-up of this, I hope you can see this on the camera, you can see that the actual color of the tag is different. On the retail one, you can see it's a slightly darker, creamier, whereas on the fake one, it is a lighter cream. Also, the text that is actually visible on the tag, I know it's pretty hard to see, but it is almost whitey grey on the fake one, whereas it is a crystal white on the retail one. Looking at the hanging tags on the side, and if I give you a close-up of this, you can see that the background color once again is a shade wrong. So that is pretty much it for the comparison. There are quite a few details to note, which I have pointed out in this video. The most obvious ones being the suede texture being completely different on the fake pair to the retail pair. Also, the inside off-white text is positioned differently comparing the retail to the fake one. And then the final, probably the main one, is that Air logo on the bottom being slightly thinner than it should be on a retail pair. So if you look out for some of these flaws, you should be able to legit check your pair, and if you can't, you can always check out Legitmark, who are happy to do it for you. Their link is in the description. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and please subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. Thank you.